What's going on, Skeeters Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Skeeters Dish. I'm your host, Jessica Munoz. This week's episode is filled with an update on community events, as well as a sit-down interview with Jake Hale and what's to come this next homestand. First, let's take a look and see what we've been doing out in the community. The Kids Club had their picture taken with the Skeeters baseball team this past homestand. It's still not too late to sign your kids up for the last two homestands of the season or to be put on the waiting list for next year. Swatson was out in the community and he made stops at the blood drive as well as Metro PCS. The Skeeters will kick off their annual kickball tournament benefiting the Skeeters Baseball Foundation from September 12th through the 15th, and then the finals being held in a tournament all day on September 23rd. Go to the Skeeters website for more information on how to sign your team up. And lastly, click share on this video to be entered to win a pair of tickets as well as an autographed Jake Hale poster. Speaking of Jake Hale, I got to sit down and chat with him. Let's see how it went. I'm joined by Skeeters pitcher Jake Hale. First off, Jake, thanks so much for sitting down with me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So I mentioned Skeeters pitcher, but you were also just named player coach. What does that mean to you?
It means a great deal to me. It means that I have a lot more responsibility, that's for sure. But it also means that I get to help steer the ship a little bit, and it's getting to learn from Gary and Raffy. It's a treat and an honor, really. It's going to further me in my career, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, you mentioned more responsibility. What goes into the role of being a player coach? What else do you have to do?
Well, I mean, I'm back in to helping guys with mechanics. I'm out there for all the bullpens, helping guys get ready for the game. Raffy and I talk a lot about who may or may not go in the game. Bouncing opinions off each other and sort of things like that. Just trying to help with the upkeep of the staff.
And you spend a lot of time with the pitching team. How would you describe them as a whole? What kind of group of guys are they?
Oof. They're great. They're a great bunch of guys. They're a lot of fun. Fun is the perfect word for it.
And you're a proud puppy dad. What kind of dog do you have?
I am. We have a little Pomeranian, little 8-pound Pomeranian. Well, it might be 9 pounds now. He's getting pretty fat.
What's his name?
Gus. Gustafer. Yeah.
Very nice. And you're actually from Ohio.
I am.
Went to the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State.
What team did you watch when you were growing up, baseball-wise?
Whenever I was growing up, I really watched Seattle. I like the Mariners. They had King Griffey, Jay Buhner. The guy I really looked up to was Randy Johnson. A big, tall, skinny guy like me. So I really looked up to him. So they had a team of all-stars, and that's kind of, I guess, what the Yankees were for a little while. But the Seattle Mariners, who I grew up watching.
Very cool. Well, that's going to do it for our sit-down interview questions, but I do have one last question.
All right.
Are you up for a challenge?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's do it.
So.
I'm out here in left field with Jake Hale, and we're about to take on the challenge, but as always, we've got to call in reinforcement. So joining Jake's team is going to be Skeeters pitcher Scott Main, and on my team, the graphics coordinator for the Skeeters, Shea Villarreal. All right, today's challenge is the limbo. I'm actually a bit nervous about this one. I'm not sure about you, but we're about to get set up and get going.
Oh my God.
Well, it was a bit of a back and forth limbo with some redemptions. I made it a lot farther than I thought I was going to. How did you feel, Jake?
I was terrible. I knew I was going down early.
I did have a bit of a height advantage, but we're going to call my second win. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much for participating, not only in the interview, Jake, but in the challenge. Thanks Scott and Shay also for participating. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Skeeters Dish right after this. The Skeeters return to Constellation Field August 28th through September 4th. On Friday, September 1st, be treated to a double promotion night. Not only is it First Responders Night, where first responders with a valid ID receive 2 free tickets, but it's also another one of our charity jersey auction nights. The Skeeters will be sporting superhero jerseys that you can bid on here at the game. Then on September 2nd, receive a free lunchbox giveaway, and on September 3rd, a camo hat giveaway. Lastly, on Monday, September 4th, bring your furry pals out to the ballpark for our Bark in the Park night. As always, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And make sure, if you haven't done so, to download the Skeeters app. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you out at the ballpark.